Hi, welcome to our channel. This is our Flosstube road trip. I'm Corinne, this is Colleen, and we're the GraceNotesStitchers. Yep, she's gonna concentrate on the road and I'm gonna chat for just a moment. So we are headed out to Galleria, and this morning we got up earlier than normal and she did our first leg of our trip. We stopped after about an hour and a half, and then I drove. We had lunch with my parents, so we kind of consider this our beginning of our trip. So that gave us 3 hours off, which is pretty cool because we drove out to my parents and had lunch. So that's our new start, and now we're 10 hours and 15 minutes from Missouri, and we're planning on staying over tonight, and then we will come back, or we'll start again in the morning. So our goal is to get about 5 hours. Look at all of our fabric, tons of fabric and packages. So we have a lot to sell, and we'll see where we go from there. So we made it to our hotel, and if we can, we'll give you a tour of our room because it's huge. Not the place you'd want to be for just one night, but it's really nice. And we're at a place called Buffalo Wings and Rings. She hates spicy. I love it. So this is going to be interesting. She got a salad, and I said I'm going to pour some of buffalo sauce on her salad so I can try it. And then I just got an appetizer because I'm not hungry, but that's okay. So we're going to try their onion rings though, because that's what they're known for. It's wings and onion rings. All right, we'll talk later. Hi, we're back. You should have seen all we had to do to get set up here, just because I'm not a selfie person. So that was fun. Anyway, how was dinner?
It was good. I couldn't finish it.
No, I didn't get to pour buffalo sauce on her chicken either, because I didn't realize the dressing was like all over it, and it was a fruity dressing. So I tasted their salad and it was good, but oh my goodness, those mozzarella sticks were so good. So definitely worth it. We would go there again. Our hotel is so nice and in such a good location, like we're right off the highway. And my husband said, you know, would you stay there on the way back? And it's like, we would, except it's not far enough. And he's like, oh yeah, you want to get back into Pennsylvania. So yeah, it would be nice if this was actually a halfway point, but we're well over halfway. So that is actually a really, really good thing.
You've gotten stitching done, I haven't.
Oh yeah, so we came back to our room and we watched the debate. And while we were watching it, first off, I got the rest of our patterns on our website because I wanted to be able to sell them at Galleria that I'd gotten over from the New York marketplace. But if people buy them, I'll just pull them out of inventory. But anyway, I wanted to get that done, so I did that. And then I have already gotten like 130 stitches or something like that. So pretty excited about that. Oh my gosh, I left my cord. So you're gonna see something pretty amazing. My magic cart, courtesy of Carla, Craft Addict K. I brought my magic cart, and my magnifier is all set up, and
Your Lowry's in there?
my Lowry's in there, and I left the cord at home. So that's a little annoying, but Mr. Grace Notes is bringing it on Thursday on the plane. And I also found I left my floss at home. It's like, if it was not written on my list, I left it at home. So my silks for Eiffel Quaker at home. So I'll finish out these threads, and then good thing I brought more than one project, because somebody else only brought one. Oh, she was gonna be monogamous. What did you bring?
I brought my Memorial Day, and I brought butterfly cloche.
So tomorrow morning we'll not film. We're just gonna get back in the car. We're gonna eat breakfast, get right on the road. So it's nice, but we wanted to show our room because it's pretty amazing here. Let me get it. Oh. I don't think I can turn you around, so you'll see a little cutout because I have to splice this together. So obviously we came in here, the not so comfortable couch, but you know, it's here, it's nice. Look at all this space. It's like, oh my gosh, one night, wow, all the space is wasted. And of course, Colleen's got that bed, and then I have that bed. You can see, here's the magic cart. Carla brought this to the Grace Notes retreat, and I went, what is that? Let's explore. So I have my floor stand magnifier in there. And then of course there's my Lowry, but I don't know if I can do this without like making you guys sick. I even have my L bar, my shorter L bar, and my straight side clamp is in there. So is that not cool that I could bring all of that? I have 3 projects in there. I had this bag that I got from the Black Needle Society, and it has all my little accoutrements and stuff like that. And then there's the rest of our room. You want to wave goodbye?
Bye.
Talk soon. Hi, we're back, and you can see we're back in the car. So we're jumping ahead to Sunday on our drive home. We just stopped at this cute little place. Have you even tasted it yet?
No, I haven't.
All right, I forgot. We're gonna taste our strawberry shortcake latte. That is pretty good, with coffee in it, of course. So I'm really excited. I got hot coffee so that later in the trip, I put it already in my Contigo already so that we don't have to stop for more caffeine. But anyway, we apologize greatly. We planned on, we do have pictures. We'll insert pictures, but we took no videos at Galleria. We were going a mile a minute, and it was so much fun. What's the biggest takeaway you have? We just swapped drivers, so we've been driving only an hour, but we stopped for lunch already, and then got coffee and swapped drivers because she's going to drive the next 2.5 hours, and then once we get close to Indianapolis, I'll take over again. We're busy. Like, the shop wasn't always like overwhelmingly busy, but we were always helping somebody. And on Sunday, yes, Saturday, we got to go around, but it was funny because Mr. Grace Notes would be like, okay, I need you. So the 2 of us would go to 1 or 2 of the other vendors, and then one or both of us would have to run back to our room, which is fine. I mean, that was like the whole idea. And then sometimes Mr. Grace Notes and I would go out and around, and then Colleen she would not ever once call or message us, not once, but he would, while I would be paying in a place, he would go out and just look in the room, and he would just take off. I wouldn't know he was there. I wouldn't know where he was. And then I'd go to my room. Yeah, there he is. He's helping people. So, and then I'd be like, oh, look, there's 2 people to check out. So I would go behind the table, and we were both cashiers, if you will. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad we went. And how late night stitching,
That was fun.
Colleen did it, and she even hugged people before we left. They said, are you a hugger? And the people who asked, she said yes. I was like, oh, you're special, because she usually just steps back. So that was pretty cool. So we made some new friends, and I mean like good friends, not just acquaintances. We met a lot of them too, and just people who we would see every day, and we knew them by name, and that was fun. And we stitched in the big room with the boss stitchers the first day, so that was nice. And then Mr. Grace Notes comes in, and he's like, I know them. He's trying to figure out who they were, and then he goes, wait, I've watched you on Flosstube. And I'm going to be 100% honest, and I hope you guys are not watching this. I remembered them. They reminded me we met at Stitch, New Jersey, but I forgot about their Flosstube. And, you know, we're sitting there, and he's the one who reminded me. So it's just, you know me and my memory anyway, if you've ever watched us before. I lose it from 1 minute to the next. So, you ready to get on the road, child?
Yay.
Yeah, I think that's why she's not talking much. So, we will talk later, maybe from our hotel tonight, if we're not dead tired. Talk later. Hey, we made it to our hotel. Colleen did a good bit of the last driving. Also took a nap.
I took a good nap, which helped us do.
Yeah. while I was on my way to Cincinnati, Columbus. She napped for like an hour and a half, which was good because then she was refreshed. We were going to stop on the other side of Columbus, and she's like, I'm pushing through. But yeah, she did last, what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah. Felt
Yeah.
much longer.
Yeah, it did. It felt so long, like we were driving all day. But we're a little over halfway home, so that's good. And we decided to come into the pool area and just dip our feet in because no one's around. And the pool is not real cold, it's not warm. So it's so nice and just refreshing to let your feet just relax, yeah, and dangle. That's what I was just thinking, like no pressure on our toes. But yeah, Colleen wanted to be able to say a few words because in the car she was exhausted.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share? You want to tell them about our room?
We got the handicap accessible one, so our bathroom is very spacious. There's a seat in the shower. Everything's on the lower side, especially in the bathroom where we get the towels from. They're like much lower. They're little people friendly.
So we said short people accessible or little people accessible, but because those of you who don't know us in person, I'm 5'1" and she is 4'10", and that's kind of being generous. Yeah, so, and my 5'1's also kind of being generous. I gotta have at least flip-flops on or something like that. But anyway, so we're just gonna be in here for a few minutes and then I think we're gonna hit the hay. I mean, I might stitch a little bit just to unwind a little, and but then we're gonna get some really good sleep tonight. All right, talk later. Hi, welcome to our channel. We're the GraceNotesStitchers. I'm Corinne.
I'm Colleen.
And we may be doing this out of order. We don't know. We have a travel video that we started to make because we, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, got back from Galleria. So we filmed some while we were there, not as much as we planned on. We were busy. And so I don't know if I'm putting those pieces in here or putting them at the end. So whether you see our welcome or not, I don't know. All right, so the last time we had just talked about our retreat, but it was already September. So this is now the end of September. We have gone and done and been back from Galleria. We did a 1-day retreat at Hodgepodge in Strasbourg. What do we want to talk about first?
Stitching.
All right, so if you are just here for stitching and you don't care what, hi, we're all about cross stitch. So we're going to show you about the stitching, and then if you're interested in hearing about our travels and everything else, you'll see it.
Yep.
All right, so what have you worked on?
I have 4 projects. That is a lot. I'll show first because I met a goal on here. I believe I have to cover it.
And Paris wants to say hello to everybody. She's been sitting in this chair patiently, and I mean patiently waiting while we decided it was time to film.
Give me a second.
And then I just see 3 things over there that I needed.
Let's see what's in here. So I just have to show this all off if I didn't already. So for my Memorial Day project, by hands-on design, I have the goal of stitching like 1 flag every 3 months, and then like in between doing all the other parts. I have it in my patriotic bag. I have it with a patriotic tag. And I have a scissor frog that's got some patriotic colors on it. And then here it is. I finished the flag. Not like the bag stitching part on it, but I have the actual flag done itself. And it's stitched on 36 count coconut milk by GraceNotesFabrics.
And you're using Sulky.
Yes.
Okay.
1 for 2.
Yes. All right. Now, I don't know if I stitched on this since last video. Probably not. But this is what I'm going to be stitching on, and she's in the front. So this is my making finery, and this evening I pulled her out, and she is my next project, and we are actually heading to another retreat on Thursday in Ohio, and it's the Eastern Ohio Western PA group. It's just small, like 30 people, and we only planned this one a few weeks ago because they had 2 openings, and we're like, oh, perfect. And so I'm stitching on this until the day we leave. I'm not taking it with because she's a little big.
Okay, guess what? I have a full coverage I worked on. Let's see. It's like, don't believe I showed this last time. This is very unimpressive amount of
I
work.
was wondering why that was down here.
This is right at the yokai. I don't remember the designer. It's on Heaven and Earth Designs. So I just have a little teeny tiny corner that I probably got like 100 stitches in.
So the project that I worked on while we were away was
Did you
the
work
Eiffel
on
Quaker.
it? Oh, and it's not done here.
So what I worked on at Galleria was my Eiffel Quaker, and I want to insert a photo here because it's 2 stories up and I have no energy to run up and grab that. But I thought I got an impressive amount done on it. I am taking it to my sit and stitch tomorrow, and then it's going with me to Ohio, and hopefully I finish it there. Next.
Okay. This is, I worked on it at Galleria and a teensy bit at the Hodgepodge retreat. Let's see. Cover photo is Butterfly Cloche by Liz Matthews. I'm using NPI silks. And these are a few reminders I got some from friends. Some friends. This is on GraceNotesFabrics. We don't remember the name, so it's a mystery. But the colors are looking very nice on there. Hopefully I'm putting that correctly. Yes. So it's coming out very nicely. And I have it in this nice project bag. It's got birds and nests on it. And I have the little accoutrement bag with it.
She's going, why is the table so full and I can't step onto it? So I'm going to wait for you to put butterflies away so you can take her. She wants to walk across to you, I think. All right, so you guys can just be so unimpressed with my stitching for this month, because the next thing I'm showing is actually not even my stitching. It is the bakery on our main street, which I didn't even stitch. My sister did. On our way out to Galleria, I dropped it off. On my way back, I picked it up. And she had it all done. She was just going to stitch as much as she could, and then I would finish it. But she got it all done. She sent me progress photos, and she did a beautiful, beautiful job. And then in October, we will pick up with the next building over. But yeah, not much done by me.
Last project. I only just pulled this one out to stitch on. This is Cross Stitch Nation by Heartstring Samplery. I have a cover photo. It's not really what mine's gonna look like, but like the pattern wise, I have changed probably like every single color in it. So far, I have Carla over here because this was our not round robin piece, and there's my mom over there, and I started myself here. I had planned to use for my dress this dark blue that was the words, but I thought that was boring, so I had to grab a tulle, a sparkly blue, so my dress will be sparkly, and then I changed up the little border there with some brighter colors. And this is on Pistachio Frappe by GraceNotesFabrics.
Good job.
And I'm using my little flash drops from the Hemmed In from 2022.
Nice. Okay, so here is actually where the impressive amount of my stitching has gone. And it's only like 100 stitches some days, 300 others, because it's slow going for me. It's not that it's a hard piece, it's just a lot of changing colors. So I basically do a strand, and then it's time to change colors. So I have this completely done, this entire part. And over here, obviously you can see no back stitching. And I know that there is, I think it's a moray eel up here. I can't remember for sure. And I know I have to finish the shark and obviously all of this. But I'm putting it away for now because this is extremely time consuming. And I'm not getting anything else done. And I just, while I like working on this, I just feel like it's slow going, and 1 to 300 stitches is not showing much progress. So I have so many other projects. I just am not feeling real motivated. And some days it's like, because it takes me so long to get 100 stitches in, I know that on another project I could get 200 to 300 in that same amount of time. I think that's where it is. So while I am tight on time right now, that this is not where my energy is going. So when I come back from Ohio, and even maybe there, when I switch projects, I'll find something else to be more concentrating on. Making bindery is kind of like my holding place. And then I'll find something else. I do want to get back into my, probably when I come back, or even there, I'll work on the rest of my, the stitch along. I have one block left, As You Wish, from The Princess Bride. So I am so close to finishing that. I just right now, and because this was so slow and I know how much backstitching, that's why I need a break from all of that. And that's why I'm going to my full coverage. I just want to enjoy that a little bit, and then we'll see where I go after that. I really have no plans. So my plan is no plans. Any other stitching? Nope. Okay. Any future plans? I just told what my future plans are.
Future plans. I have, oh, it's even like right over there. I could grab it. But for a Christmas present, and I want it to be for this year for my one aunt, not the aunt that helps with the retreats. She kind of does help with the retreats, but she doesn't attend.
She's behind the scenes.
Because she likes to do felting. I asked my other aunt, her twin, if it would be odd if I did the stitching on this kit, and then like said, hey, if you I don't know, you know how to phrase that, if she would do the felting on it, she could keep it. But since she likes to do the felting, I think with this, it's a cute little house.
So it'll be a combo project.
Yep. And then I think there's 2 pieces I do want to do on this piece of fabric, or I'll just have another piece dyed. This is Pensiero, and I thought it would be a really nice color to use for the pattern As He Said by Sweet Wing Studio, As He Said. And I would do that for my grandmother. I don't think I would have that done for this Christmas for her. But I also want to do...
it won't be framed.
No. But I also want to do the one Butterfly by Works by ABC on this color. As is the code for.
Yeah, we just got out the last of the fabrics that made us 8. Monday would have put those people at 8 weeks. So now we're not at 8 weeks out from our earliest order. I think we're at 6 weeks, which is much better, much more manageable. But of course, we're going away, so that'll put them at like 7 weeks till we get back. But we'll get those dyed, and then we have a plan that we're going to be able to get a little bit more caught up. But it's very time consuming when we're dyeing multiple colors.
Right.
Dyeing fabric of the month, you can dye 150 pieces in a day because it's one color, and you can just keep on going.
Pieces in the washer.
Yeah, and you can put 30 pieces in the washer at a time. She does rinse by hand, but we do a second rinse in the washer just to make sure all the color is out for sure, and then we hang it to dry. So you're like, what? I thought you did it by hand. No, we do. She rinses all the color out by hand. We do a second rinse just to be safe. Yep. But yeah, it's with our retreat and just even Galleria, we got so many different color orders. This week alone, we got out 26 colors.
Yep.
And you're like, yeah, but you only have so many colors, so why is this like putting you behind? Well, even if we got 2 orders of a color, we do a whole bin, but you have to rinse them, and then you have to clean everything. Clean the sink, clean your tools, go to the washer with 1 bin's worth of fabric. And then you have to come down and clean everything and get it all ready for the next color. So that's why it's a lot more time consuming. And you're like, yeah, but you did 26 colors, and then next week you could do another 26 colors. Technically, yes. Well, I think we have planned 20 some, but it doesn't, what happens is, like, we just finished, and the one color that we no sooner washed and hung, somebody else ordered it. So now that's at the end of the dye list. So it's like, it's constantly a revolving door, constantly a cycle. So you can't say, oh, I just did that color. No, it's back on the dye list. So
Yep.
that's kind of how it goes, but that's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's what our job is, and we don't get bored, thank goodness, with our colors, so it's okay. And we've gotten things out. We've gotten shop orders out. We have a few more shops to get things to, because we did the needlework marketplace. So we're going to kind of take you through Galleria. We did some shopping, so this is personal shopping, because it was retail. So this was our own shopping. We were gifted some things, so that's all going to kind of come together, and then hopefully we can separate that from hodgepodge, that little one-day retreat. All right, so it took us 2 days to drive out to Galleria.
Yep.
Second day, even though it was 4 or 5 hours of driving, it took us longer. It was just a harder stretch. We had friends who were wonderful and had their own cart and met us out front. 2 trips. That's all it took, because one person pulled or pushed the cart, and the other 3 of us grabbed stuff and up we went. And we did that both times. I was able to park the car and we were done. So that was great. We got the whole room set up Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So Mr. Grace Notes wasn't flying out till Thursday, and he said something about like helping us set up. We're like, it's done. There was some things that his friend actually picked him up at the airport in Missouri and brought him to the hotel, and we did ask them to move 2 things around for us, so we straightened all that up, but then it was done.
Right.
And we were ready, and it didn't start till what, 6 or 6:30?
Yeah.
Our room was busy, but it wasn't crowded, and you know, we were pretty constant with people coming in, and it was more of people would stand in the middle of the room and talk. So it wasn't like people were standing in line and getting impatient. Not at all. Like,
And we had 2 registers.
yeah, we both had laptops set up, so that did help. But it wasn't like bam, 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 bam. Like, it flowed very nicely and smoothly. And we even had periods where we could stand up and get in the middle of the room and talk to people. So that was nice. And we even got bathroom breaks. that was really nice. So it wasn't like so bad that you couldn't eat, couldn't drink. And even during the week, they had a cart they came around, and that food was good.
Oh yeah.
And as long as you got something you liked. The one day, should I talk about the food?
Yeah, what?
So what did I get that was so good? It was a chicken salad on a croissant.
Maybe it was.
But it was the first Thursday afternoon. I was just, yeah, it was Thursday. I was not real hungry, so I only ate half the sandwich. And then Friday, I decided to try the roast beef. Now, on top of the cart, they had all the condiments, so you could take all the condiments. Didn't occur to me that there could be something on the roast beef, so I didn't ask. Oh my gosh, I took one bite. It had horseradish on, and I don't do horseradish, and you couldn't take it off. It was on the meat, so, and the bread. So I asked my husband's friend, because they were hanging out. I'm like, would you eat the other half of my sandwich? Because I didn't touch it. So he did, and I had the leftover half of my chicken salad from the day before. So I was happy. And my husband's like, should we bring something back for you? I'm like, no, I'm happy. We also had caramel brownies.
Salted caramel chocolate brownies.
Oh, they're so good. We shared those each day too. Shared one. And then So we were good. And then the next day when it came around, I got the chicken salad again. I don't get bored if it's good food. But so yeah, that was the cart's a little pricey, but if you can't get out, and let's be honest, Chick-fil-A a sandwich is like $7.
Yeah.
So
and when we were,
it's not much different.
When we had people in the room, because the other times we were just by ourselves in there, the person from the, because we had already eaten from there, she came into our room and was like, oh, did you want the food cart for today? And we're like, ah, yes please.
Yeah, they remembered.
Yeah.
So that was super nice. And but because we were both set up with our laptops, I was able to just slip out, and I was able to pay for it. First I sent her out to pick what she wanted, and she set it up on top of the cart. So the people who were running it, they were really helpful and very nice. And you know, we went out to dinner. What was the coolest place that we went? So we ate a lot of pork barbecue, right? That was the first night.
Pork barbecue.
Or beef
brisket.
but
brisket we ate outside.
it was barbecue. That was a nice place, just stuffy eating outside.
What did we eat then?
Well, then we ate at the place that was featured on Food Network, on Beat Bobby Flay.
Oh yeah, because
That was so cool, because yeah, we watched that show, and so does my youngest. So even before we went in, I took a picture and sent it to her just of the Beat Bobby Flay sign, and she's like, you bums. And my message back to her was, you were invited. So
what did I eat there? It was, oh, it's like a beef, was it brisket, or is
did
it?
we share there?
No, we had our own, but they were like French dips, but with the
Oh yeah,
meat.
we got the same thing.
The meat was I think it was brisket.
Yeah, or yeah, it was
Yeah, it was.
brisket brisket French dip. And then we went across, they had custard, frozen custard. Holy cow, $9. All three of us got a small,
Yeah, and their
but they were
seasonal-
waffle cones.
Yeah, their seasonal flavors were raspberry.
Yeah, so we got raspberry, she and I did.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really neat. So we did some things that we don't normally do.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of fun. Food's always our thing. If you've watched us long enough, you do know that.
I took pictures of like almost every meal I had.
Yep. And then FaceTimed with my daughter a couple times, who was at home. And then did we do much visiting during the week? At night, so the very first night before it started, we moseyed down to the lobby. There were people off the lobby stitching, but it was what, 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So there were some people there, and we just said, you know, can we join you? And they're like, well, this is so-and-so spot, but they're done for the night, so sure. So we just kind of moved things around.
Mm-hmm.
So we met some very lovely ladies there, and then the next day,
I went up and slept.
yeah, you napped a bit. But then Thursday, before it all began, when my husband came, his friend and his friend's wife picked him up at the airport. His friend's wife is extremely shy. I tried to talk to her about cross stitch a little bit, you know, trying not to be pushy, and she really had no interest. Well, her husband and Mr. Grace Notes kept saying, we'll have you stitching before the end of the day. And she just kind of, you know, she's very quiet, so I couldn't really read her. So we were already sitting in the big open stitching room. And who were we stitching with?
The Boss Stitchers?
Yeah, we were sitting with the Boss Stitchers, who we had met at Stitch, New Jersey. So they were sitting at a table all by themselves. So we are like, can we sit with you, please? And so we sat down and we were having fun. And then when Teresa came, she was sitting with us talking for a few minutes. Sorry, Paris is trying to make a bed on our stuff. I took her into the freebie room. Well, we both did. And you know, like, hey, do you want to just get up and walk and see what's all in here? Because we'd like to be nosy. And did you find something that day?
I found some patterns. I found the silver lining flowers that I've been keeping a lookout for.
Yeah, so she got a bit of a haul. And there was Cherished Teddy's pattern. And I was, just as we were digging, I said to Teresa, is there anything that you collected, or you know, your hobbies or whatever? And she said, I used to collect teddy bears. And I showed her the Cherished Teddy pattern,
And she's like, oh, I used to collect those. I'm like, so did I. So I just handed her the pattern and I said, here, this is a memento of your trip here and just something you can remember us. And she's like, oh, okay, that's really nice. And then she takes it back to our table and she just keeps flipping through it. And she's like, I don't think this would be a good pattern for a first stitch. And I'm like, no, no. And I didn't know how to tell her that either because it's got so much back stitching. It's by Gloria and Pat. And I was glad she was excited to have it, but I didn't know how to say not a good first pattern. And so then we're talking, and what did you pull out? You were working on your Memorial Day, right? Because she said I could see myself doing something like that. Yeah. Something patriotic. I'm like, patriotic. Well, let me help you out a little there. So I took her up to our room and I gave her our basket of patterns because we were selling our patterns that we had there. And we just had them in a basket and she was digging and she did. She found a patriotic pattern. We found her some fabric. We got it cut, not serged, but anyway, we got it cut. And I had Annie's Keepers there. So I had my whole supply. My friends came in while we were there. And I looked at them and I'm like, do I break out a Payco for 13 threads? Like, I don't have floss drops here to give her. I neglected to say the pattern. It is Let Freedom Bark by Sister Lou Stitches. So I was excited she picked that because they have dogs, like several dogs. And of course she wanted patriotic. So how,
I have the pattern too.
And you have the patterns. So that was perfect. But so Jamie and Karen were with me and they said, or Karen goes, wait a second, I have one of those cards that we got at Carla's birthday party at StitchCon. And Sherry had them made, and it's got like 14 holes, 7 on each side. I was like, oh, how perfect. So I went on back quick, wrote all the numbers down that I needed, and then I pulled all my Annie's Keepers, gave her a strand of everything, told her how to get DMC in the future. So like, how easy and how fun is that? And then I didn't take needles to sell. I'm like, we're gonna have to go back down to the stitching room and I'll get you a needle. And I didn't have extra needles with me. So I had to pull one right off my project. But you know what? That's what we do, right? And then we were having trouble threading her needle. So
I had a spare threader.
She had a spare threader and we got her started. So that was actually really fun, really thrilling for us. And then we did our Thursday night thing and we went, did we go back down for late night stitching? Is that when we met them?
Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Is that when I went to bed?
I don't know. Because I didn't meet people without you.
You met with Dad, so whichever day.
Yes, Mr. Grace Notes and I made our rounds to the late night stitchers together. And we met these 2 tables of very lovely ladies. And if you're watching, you know who you are. And we stood there talking for like 45 minutes. And I don't know if they just invited us to stitch or what. But Teddy Ann is the daughter. And she's Alan's age, so she's 2.5 years older than Colleen. And just over 2 years. And I was like, I need to get Colleen down here tomorrow to meet you all. So after the
event,
Friday
the day
selling, and we went to dinner and then we went in and we got to stitch with them and we had so much fun. Like, so much fun. Was it that night that we were doing all the... I think it was
Friday.
Yeah, that they gave you this. After stitching for a few hours, we were given little gifts. This is what they had gotten each other. Like, you know how people give table gifts? Well, you give your friends gifts that you're coming to see too, and sometimes you'll have extras. So we were given their friend gifts.
Like nice little cute boxes.
It's so cute.
And all kinds of things inside.
But what was really just the icing on the cake is the threader. I looked at Colleen and went, look, you just got your threader back.
I got a blue one.
Yep.
And then there was this needle binder originally in them. I like this. It is a bug, but it was pretty.
It's a moth.
It's a needle binder.
You can call it a butterfly. Butterflies aren't really bugs.
It's a cute moth. And then I have 2 threaders. I had taken a lot of they were like, take the new ones, take the new ones.
Yeah, so Saturday we got more.
I got a dog paw. And then I like this one. Instead of like Bath and Body Works, that's the logo, Back and Body Hurts.
And the mother, Megan, she bought some of those mystery bags that one of the people were selling. And she had so many of these in her mystery bags. The money went to charity, so she was buying them more for the charity than what was in it. But go ahead and hold yours up. Time passes differently when I have a needle in my hand.
And so she was like, do you want one too? I'm like, sure.
Yep, so we all got them. Yep. And
there's a pretty blue floss in there, what you know.
Yep. And it's designed by Susan Greening Davis, Center of Needlework. Designer, instructor of needlework workshops.
And then
pretty cool.
Before they put them, I think, with the freebie stuff, they had some patterns for us to look through. I found one that I thought was pretty cool. Magnet ideas for every day of the year. Magnetic ideas by Charter Publishing.
Yep.
Or Claire Bryant. So it's
what in the world? Paris is just not settled.
So I think you would stitch them on perforated paper and just cut them up, and then you put a magnet to it, and you know it's an interactive calendar.
Or you could flat fold them.
True.
All right. Then, was that it for free stuff? Twyla is sitting here like a person.
They were free, but
they weren't free, but we got them. Like I'm gonna quick take mine off. I bought these when I ordered them with my mom, and we picked them up on our way out to Missouri. My mom had them.
Mine says "Stay Sparkly" and Tinkerbell.
And of course mine's Lion King. So they're just notebooks, but you can put your calendar pages in, and I like that it has dividers. They're Happy Planner brand, but my mom was placing an order, and she said, did I need anything? Because you push it up and get free shipping, and this way she didn't have to spend the money.
Oh, free.
What's that?
It's always for free. These ones
so some of these are purchases, some of these are free.
Okay, then we won't sort them like that.
Yeah, we're not going to differentiate.
I would say one of the first people that I wanted to like meet, but I've already met when we got there, was Rosewood Manor, Karen Kluba, and I saw her model for this. And since Mother had the pattern, she gave it to me, and we're gonna, design another fabric of our own.
We're gonna try.
What? It's so pretty.
And then we went into Thread Milk, and Mr. Grace Notes said he will stitch this. So we got him this. This one is for Colleen.
I'll stitch the bunny and the carrots.
And then this one's for me. Of course. The bees. Oh, we got to meet Manny Dodonna. Oh my goodness, she was so sweet. I had already gotten a whole bunch of her stuff from Needlework Marketplace, but this I hadn't seen, so I quick grabbed that. I was very happy with that. And then, oh my goodness, we had such a nice time visiting with Pedal Pusher.
So all the ones that actually did it.
Those are yours? Okay. So some of these she gifted us, and then the last couple we did buy. Well, I should say we traded fabric for her patterns. But she kind of saw that I was looking at all of the horses. Now, one of these is actually Mr. Grace Notes. He fell in love with this one. He doesn't know why, but he loved the scuba diving horse. So then she's like, do you guys have horses? I said, no. I've always liked them since I was a little girl. So we got to talking about horses and her daughter. But then she went across, and I showed this already, but she went across the room and said, here, you missed one of my horses. And she handed this to me.
So
when I take them back to the room.
Yes. And I can see on the back, there's a tiny picture of the series. Like, they are individuals, but you stitch them together. So I said, can I go over? So I got Luther of Freedom, Chicks on Parade, Uncle Ham, and You Little Firecracker. You Little Firecracker. They're so cute.
They are adorable. I'll put them over here. The other ones. And then we went into Saju because, I have
How
a
could
thing
we
for
not
them.
find something we like there?
So you know, when will I stitch this? I don't know, but I will. So it wasn't really Sajou. What was the name of the place?
It's the Scissorists.
The Scissorists. And they are the, you know, they are the premier Sajou dealer. I know there are other people who sell them, but they are who's known for it in the US. And I got these beautiful, these are the ones that I had been wanting forever. So we said if we made a certain number of sales and paid for our trip, then, oh, there went a dog. Then we would gift ourselves these scissors. So I got these faux ivory handled scissors by Sajou. But while I am standing there, you know, I'm not going to say that they are the best scissors in the world, okay? They're beautiful scissors, which is why I got them. I am still partial to my gingers because I like the weight of them. I like how they feel. So I'm sitting there holding them, and I pick up these scissors and I'm like, wow, these are really nice. But they were really, really pricey. So I brought Colleen back in and said, would you like these as a gift? Because they just felt nice. And I was talking to the girls who run the place, and they said if they were making some of their own here in the US, you know, they had to be of good weight, they had to be sharp and top quality. So these are US made scissors, and they are top notch. They cut nicely.
Oh yeah, I've been using them.
And they call them the Scissorists.
They came in the case.
Yep.
And this case, it's a leather case made in Texas. And when I was first looking at these, when they're like, what does this look like to you? From seeing it upside down, I don't know what it looked like. I don't know if there was chickens or something. I was just like, it's interesting. But obviously you hold them like this when you're snipping them. And it's the Statue of Liberty. And yes, they're very nice.
So that's now the most expensive pair you own.
Yep.
And the best quality.
Yep.
Oh, you have one pair of the nice handled gingers, right?
I have two.
Okay. But anyway, and one of the designers, she came in my room at the end of market, or at the end of Galleria. She came in when it was closed. We had everything set up because we knew she wanted to come in and look at our fabric. And she's like, as soon as my room closes, I want to come. I want to come. Well, we always offer designers some fabric to try out because we'd love them to use it in their designs. And so no problem. We saved everything out for her. And she comes in and she finally picks something. And she comes over to pay for it, and we're like, no, it's, you know, it's no charge. And she just couldn't, she was from Italy, and she was just so shocked and surprised. So she wasn't there because she heard that we were giving away fabric to designers. She was there because she wanted to buy some fabric. And I'm like, no, you're a designer. Are you going to use this in a model? And she said, yes. And I said, then it's yours. And I said, it's what we do. Like, no. She couldn't, like, that was just too much for her. 5 minutes later, we hear a knock at our door. She gave me one of her little props that she had put together for her, with her design. So this was actually on one of her patterns in the picture.
Oh.
And it's just something about scenes of youth are small and few, others my age hands can do. So I know the words are cut off, but I just, it's so pretty. And it fits so well with my Sajou. So I will treasure that forever. Oh, there was something else we got at Sajou. I couldn't keep my eyes off of this.
Yes, you had picked one and you said go find one that you like.
I just couldn't keep my eyes off it. And Mr. Grace Notes is like, yeah, but this one has the Eiffel Tower on it and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but this just has my heart. What's this called?
A click clack.
A click clack. And you can put little treasures in there.
So it's closed.
Somebody's been playing with hers. Oh.
It's closed, and you just put down in the center. It'll open. So there's your click. Here's your clack. So you pinch it to close it. And of course, I just found a blue one, so I was like, I like this one. And yes, it's very fun.
And we went to Rami's Creations. I know. Jamie, don't get mad at me. But
they're variegated.
They're variegated. My sister hasn't branched out into much variegation yet. And I've always wanted some of Rami's threads, so this is just a souvenir.
Yeah, a souvenir.
I got a souvenir. So I picked those, and while I was there, before I picked the threads, I saw this, and I'm like, well, I'm not just buying this, I'm buying threads. And then I said to her, do you have more of these? And she goes, no, they're each one of a kind. So I handed this to her. I said, can you hold this? Because I got to go find my daughter. So I left this with her, and then Mr. Grace Notes watched the room so that Colleen could come down.
I found this one called Planet Earth of her threads I liked. So pretty with all those colors. The greens and the browns and the blues. And then I found Midnight Blue that I liked.
And then where's your this?
I found a cute little fox.
That's the other one I liked, so I was glad she picked it.
Yes, so cute.
Mine was Romantic Mood. Holly Jolly. Mr. Grace Notes picked this one. MTV's Hydrangea. He liked that one. And then Boys and Girls. The moon pink is so pretty.
That's so pretty. And if she didn't, Mom didn't say she hand paints these herself.
Right. And then this was next door to us. There was a shop next door to us. That was a gift to you, though.
Yes.
Go ahead and show that. Oh,
No.
wait, no, this was
from a shop.
This is from the Silver Needle.
Yes.
That was a shop we went into.
She got that one.
So I got the Floral Fox.
Beverly McCullen. Or McCulloch.
Flamingo Toes.
Flamingo Toes.
So she was selling these from Flamingo Toes.
Birdhouse. Very pretty. It has blues and overs.
Did I get 3? One for each? Or is...
Nope, you got 2. There was only 2.
And one's for my sister.
Yeah.
I knew there was something else I was supposed to give her.
Oh.
I knew I had something else for Jamie. All right. So over next door to us, Bits and Bobs.
Bits and Bobs. We did the Needlework Marketplace the week before. They're the ones that put that on for everyone.
Yeah, so that was cool. So we got to meet her. I bought 2 of these. One is for Jamie. So Jamie, here's your present. I knew there was something else. I had gotten her a pattern from, I can't remember, but I got her RETM, and then I also had gotten her I got her some things, actually more for Lizzie, some dinosaur things off the my niece from the freebie tables. And I kept thinking, like, there's something for something else in my bag, something else. This is it. Sorry, James, forgot about it. All right, I'm gonna start putting these things away. You can talk about that Dad went and got you.
So
This one.
we had also talked, because Bobby does the printing for several designers' patterns and distributing. So because we want to get some of my patterns printed for people to be able to purchase, we had a good conversation about that. I showed her my patterns, and then when I had found this, I was looking through her window. She gave it to me as a gift. So I have another demoner.
Oh, and then we were in a shop that does wood.
Next door to us.
Mm-hmm.
The other next door.
The other side. And, well, no, this was 2 doors down. Beautiful, beautiful engraved things. And I was like, oh, Colleen, look at this. It's a peacock.
Before that, you were looking at something.
I was looking at something I use in sewing. I can't even think of the term of it, but it's got a sharp point to it, and you can keep your fabric straight going underneath the foot. And I have my Tula Pink one like that, and I thought, oh, I just want to see what this one looks like. And unbeknownst to me, I cut myself when I took off the lid.
Like a stab.
Yeah, I stabbed myself. And it hurt, but I wasn't bleeding.
So I found a peacock thing that I liked.
Well, I found it.
Well, you found it.
And I took the lid off and showed you the inside.
Yes. And you go, well, she doesn't do that much beading.
So I put the lid back on and set it down, and then I was talking to the ladies, and
as I go to put it away, I found that there was a drop of blood on it.
There's a drop of blood. So that was a very, very expensive drop of blood.
But as you can hear, there are beads in here. I can just show, like, there's one section, like, you pull it off.
It's magnetic. It's
Yes.
really cool.
And then I can't really show what's in it because it was surprise something I'm working on. And then there's like a bigger 3 compartments on that. And I've been using it since I got it.
So at least
fun
it's
to
being used. And then, so we were talking to these ladies who make these needle rolls.
Oh, and then this was from the same place.
Oh, yeah, this is what I was going to buy, and then she found them.
But
They're sticky bank bead and needle kit.
Oh, look, there's some blood on mine.
Is it right?
Creative Angle Crafting was next to us.
But they're like the sticky bills, sticky bobs. But it's magnetic on this side, sticky on this side. I just thought it was cute. And we were, you know, trying to support the other ladies who were all around us. It was mostly women. And then another one had these beautiful needle rolls. Needlework rolls. And I'm like, I already have one. You already have one. Do we really need more? Well, we have a lot of finished projects.
I think these ones are different.
Yeah. If I open it up, are you going to show what's different about them?
If I remember.
So she's like, get them off the back of your chair and get them out of the dust. So it's not just to take them.
Oh, it's like, it's not padded. So you can put one project, put like a piece of felt or something to pad it.
Yeah.
And put your other ones in. And then
but she's like, get it off the back of your chair and get them out of the dust and get them put away.
So you got that
I couldn't decide between fabrics. So I got two.
And from that same place, maybe we can insert a picture. I got a license plate cover that says I'd rather be stitching.
Yes,
So I wrote
something to hold her license plate. It's by the front door, and I kept thinking I need to grab that, I need to grab that. But we had it set there so Dad can put that together for you. And then this is from Needlework Marketplace. We had our own little bit of haul. So we decided we were going to do a mother-daughter project for Mother's Day once I finish
Eiffel Quaker.
Ta-da! So one of these is new. Mine is new for Glendon Place. So this was released at Needlework Marketplace. So it made me think, you know, is there other flowers? And I went back and looked at her designs, and there was Morning Glory. So Colleen said we could do this as Mother's Day starts. I was like, I'm in.
And it's charted with Sullivan's and Dinky Dyes.
So this is my Sullivans and beads. And then this is my Dinky Dyes. We also brought these in to sell. So there's probably one left on our website because a man came in and bought two of them. But we didn't buy the Dinky Dye sets because retail, they were like $70. We're like, we're not the kind of shop that people are going to buy these kind of things from. So we're really excited about those. And then also a Needlework Marketplace. You know, we bought a ton of patterns. Colleen's been putting them all over Facebook. We decided we'll put this closer to the end of the video, I think, about having a featured designer. So we're going to talk about her in a moment. But let's talk about Strasbourg. Because one thing that we always do is we buy from each other and just kind of support each other. So we were over here in the corner here, and then right next to us is our friend Susan and Sue. Sue is So Pretty Pins. And I'm like, hey, so Sue, which pins do I not have? Because that's pretty much the only way to know what to look for. And I feel like there's a third set that I'm missing.
I think you got two.
I thought I bought three.
Because I got one.
Maybe that is the third. I don't know. I thought I got three. Pretty sure I have another one somewhere. I'll find it eventually. But this is Fancy Fall. And then I got Boo Hoo. But I was like, this isn't Halloween. It's got the owl. It's so pretty. So I got that for myself.
And then I found a cute one of pumpkins, Bittersweet. And the color of the pumpkins reminded me of the pumpkins at Hobby Lobby or anywhere else you probably can find with the blue. Pretty.
And then in front of her, kind of to the side, would be Handmade by Debbie. And, oh, she had this, she had a whole bunch of stuff of this pattern. But there was an art book. And I was like, that's mine if nobody else buys it. She had a couple in this. But until I got over, it was gone. So I was like, well, then I'm going to go ahead and buy this. Because I really, really wanted it. And then she had some floss jewelry that matched. And then Colleen came and picked
The scissor case that matched.
so that wasn't planned. Look at her. Why is she trying to jump on our table? I feel like that's what she's trying to do. She wants up. She wants to be seen. And then next to her, behind a little bit, was Margaret, who is the person that I bought the beeswax from. It's on our website. It's local beeswax made in Lancaster County. So, is that where you got this?
Yep.
Go ahead and show yours.
I found this cute little project bag. It's really cute. And then inside, same thing. And on the zipper pull, it's a nice leaf and an acorn. That was great.
And then I got these little pretty 12 floss drops. So they're $12 each, or 2 for $20. And I'm like, well, Colleen, do you want any? And she goes, no. I'm like, okay. So I got 2 for myself. And then close to the end of the day, Margaret comes over to me and she goes, you need to have these. And so I'm like, okay. She goes, well, I'm discontinuing these prints because I've got to get into my, you know, fall prints and Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. She goes, so these I'm doing away with and I need to get rid of them. So I said, okay, Colleen. Colleen had our cash box. So I'm like, do you want to give her? And she goes, no. I brought them to you because you said you'd used them. Because she and I had had a conversation about Annie's Keepers, how I just pull one thread and, you know, I don't even put a whole skein on. I really just grab a thread. And so we had a, you know, whole thing about it. But anyway, so she gifted me 2 more sets. I was so thankful and surprised. But I obviously am going to use them because these are my favorite things. I love floss drops. Because then I can actually kit up every project just with one strand. And yeah, so she gifted this to me. And then I have some little bit of haul left from Grace Notes Retreat that I totally forgot about. So this was the thing that I was talking about that my sister wasn't putting together right.
And I figured it out.
And Colleen figured it out. And then Carla, Craft Addict K, showed it on her video. I was like, well, she beat us to it, but this was the thing. So that was really cool that we were given. Somebody at my table, I'm pretty sure this was at my table, right?
Yes.
Somebody at my table gifted all of us these beautiful little mats. And along with the snapping case, we were given strawberries. And I think you got one, and so did Mr. Grace Notes. And I think even my sister. And who was this all from? Oh, this is from my goodie bag. Look at this. I had a little magnetic case somebody gave me. I think it's sticky on. I don't know if it's inside out. I don't know. Might have fallen apart. I got a frog princess. I got this
The thing I love so much.
Ort catcher, Ort holder. Harry, and I need to insert this here because I forgot last month to mention these. He made us, each of the Grace Notes team, these amazing cookies. He didn't make them. He paid a neighbor to make them who designs cookies, and you'll see why. But he told her exactly what he wanted, and then he said, this is what I want it to look like. And he said he was super pleased, you know, with how it turned out. Well, I didn't eat mine the first day. I ate it the second day. And I broke it off so I didn't bite into it. And it was the most amazing icing cookie I had ever had. And I was like, this is shortbread. It's not a sugar cookie. And so I shared pieces with 2 of the ladies at my table, and they were like, oh my gosh, this is so good. So I said to him later, I'm like, was that shortbread? And he said, oh yeah. I was like, oh, so good. Did I get to eat my sister's? Or did she give it to Lauren? I don't remember now.
I ate mine. Mine was very good too.
And my friend had brought me a stitch fixer, so I was thrilled with that. So that's retreat items. Somebody gave me a cute little pair of scissors. And a little tiny zipper pull or scissor fob. Mentos. And then, look at these. Aren't they amazing? I love them too. And then, what is this? This Colleen had showed hers. So that's mine. I had all of these things just set aside and totally forgot to show mine off. And then Sharon, our friend from New York, that's who gave me the stitch fixer.
I might have seen mine. but I don't remember, so I'm showing it again.
She made these for us. So I know she watched a video on Flosstube, YouTube. But these are little hoops that she glued together and then painted. And Mr. Grace Notes goes, "Oh, look, Colleen got blue and Corinne got pink." And he said something about, "Isn't that neat?" And Sharon goes, "Well, I knew what their favorite colors were." And he goes, "Oh."
She made this too.
Yeah, she made a
She gave us the scissors and she made the scissor fob.
She's like, "I did know their favorite color." I was like, "Oh."
And the cap, I got it stuck for the scissors.
So did I.
It's in there.
Mine's in there too.
And that's the only hole.
And then we were talking about our friend Allison who given us cute little things. No, the candy out of here we already ate. But these are little holders for the little stuff that you are given, which we need to take those to Ohio with us. Look at this. I'm sure Mr. Grace Notes is stealing mine. Lint roller. Pencil. Tabs. Utterly smooth. This is non-greasy, so it's not going to hurt your projects. We've learned, it was at Ohio, we learned that every little trinket box needs to have Band-Aids. Colleen wasn't there for me to be bleeding everywhere. And little notebooks. So she made these for all of us. Mr. Grace Notes, I think this is his box. Because mine is up in my bedroom, so I grabbed his quick. Sorry for all the noise there. And then I knew, remember you talking about you hung them on your name tags? So that's why my sister made me another one, and it just says Grace Notes. So I knew my sister made me another special one, and I had forgot about it.
Ooh.
What?
Oh yeah, feature stitcher.
Yes. So we're going to talk about a featured stitcher, and then we'll show you our fabric of the month. So this time, it's going to be our featured stitcher, designer is Annie, the Proper Stitcher. She has a floss tube, but we wanted to show you some of her patterns. We bought them at Needlework Marketplace, and then she was kind and threw in some extras that she thought you all would like. So I'm going to have Colleen draw one of these, and we're going to do a giveaway. And you just have to mention something about proper in your comment, and then we will do a drawing. And the winner will be announced on our next video. So you have until we make another video, hopefully in 2 weeks, to get your name in there. But look at the dance with the little beehive. I love that. She designed this on our baklava. This is on Joy to the World. This is his gift. So I got these because I plan on stitching them. And she said all of these in the U series are going to be on Pistachio Wrap. Hey, so that's really cool. So there's Lucky You. I'm sure my sister wants that one. She loves all things St. Patrick's. Or Ireland, I should say. Patriotic. So these are all Pistachio Frappe. So, S-E-W. So you. Thankful for you. I'm pretty sure this was the new Marketplace release. And then we also have this, the Patriotic Quaker. That's really pretty. I thought people would like. And then I'm just fascinated by these. I know. I don't know why. I can't remember which one's the new. Does it have dates? No, neither one are new. Anyway, Steampunk Percival and Steampunk Penelope. I'm just going to stitch them without the words because I don't do Halloween, but I love them. And then there is room. There's room at the table for everyone. So, do you know which one you want to do as a giveaway, or are you going to draw?
Oh, I didn't look at them.
You just want to draw?
Because like switch them up. Sorry, now shuffle.
Okay, we're going to shuffle, and Colleen's going to pick.
And this one?
Yep.
Lucky you.
I wonder if my sister's going to put her name in for that.
So whoever would like this, put the word proper in your comment.
And then we'll do that as giveaway. And then before we are done, we're going to quick show you our fabric of the month. Colleen has joined now.
Yep.
First is our color. It was called Under the Sea. I'm going to have Colleen show you the linen because I get the Joblin, which turns out to be such a much softer look than but you can see what the Colleen named this one.
Yep.
Again, if you didn't get your fabric, you might have wanted to look away. Although color is not exactly accurate, so it's not like
A huge spoiler, but
it's not exactly a spoiler. And then I got the 36 count, what I call Jobelin, and you got Lugana, 28 Lugana, so yours has a lot more modeling than mine. And this one is Mosaic.
gorgeous.
This is our neutral. So it's a very softly modeled neutral. And then we'll hold up a broader piece of linen as well, so you can see what that looks like. And the Ada looks almost exactly like the linen. So it's mostly brown with a little bit of blue to it. But we've been getting messages that people have been receiving it and liking their fabrics. I'm very, very pleased and very happy to hear that. So as far as the business goes, we have a couple colors we're dyeing this week, and then we have so much cleaning up just from all of the events that we've been to, so we have to reorganize our bins a bit. And then we're heading out to Ohio, then we're coming back and dyeing more colors, and then the following week we'll have fabric of the month. Yep. So between all of that, between leaving and coming back, hopefully we can get everything all cut and serged and ready to go. So this coming week, hopefully we get most of that done. I don't know, anything else?
I think we covered it all.
Yep, Colleen's trying to be a little bit more active on Facebook, trying to get people more engaged in our group. Oh, how about Grace Notes Retreat? My goodness, that would be the elephant in the room, right? October 1st is coming up. We have two things coming up. So October 1st, we have signups, general signups going out. It'll be 9 a.m. October 1st. It's a Google Doc or Google form. The wonderful thing about Google is once you fill it out, it's done. Like, it automatically it saves everything. Google saves to the minute. So if I don't have to hit save. When I do something on Google on my computer on their forms and stuff, it's already in my phone too. Like, it's, I don't want to say airdropped, but it's cloud-based. Yeah. So when you get your form, I immediately have it. So I'm going to say this with the kindest heart from the bottom of my heart. Please don't message me and ask me if I got your form. I did, because Google does it instantaneously. Okay, I have your form. Don't worry about it. October 15th, or no, I think it's the 13th. I'm going to double check my calendar real quick so that I can tell you for sure, for certain. Let's get into October. October 14th, I will be sending out the invoices, PayPal requests, not invoices. I'll be sending PayPal requests out on October 14th. That's how you will know if you got into the retreat or not. Those people who attended the retreat last year will get their PayPal request on October 1st. And, you know, that kind of thing. So you get your PayPal request, you know you're in. That's your clue. And then once I get your money, I send you an invite to our Grace Notes Retreat Facebook group. If I send you that invite, I got your payment because I'm not going to send you an invite if you've not paid. So that's kind of how that all works. Mm-hmm. Just going to let you guys know that.
I encourage you to sign up as quickly as you can because spots are very limited if you really want to come.
Yeah. We have a lot of people who are very excited. So that is very true. But then also on October 1st, now this is at midnight, so anytime you wake up or if you're up late, on our website will be our brand new colors, not brand new colors, our breast cancer awareness colors, Hope and Pink Ribbon. And 50% of all the sales go to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Our friend is making scissor fobs that also coordinate, and we'll be putting up photos for that. And then also my sister has a set of 5 flosses. You can buy one or you can buy all 5 as a set. And those are floss tones. And then those will be up for sale. We're putting up pictures as soon as she can take them. she's been having some pretty ugly weather right now, so pictures are hard to take. But you guys can look at those pictures and go on the website and order. We will be getting them out to you hopefully at the same time as Fabric of the Month. So around the 20th to the 22nd of October, we will take orders all the way up until October 31st at midnight. Then orders shut down and they're done until next October. So you have 1 month to get your breast cancer awareness fabrics.
Yep.
And then we also have our Nutcracker box that is releasing. Sign-ups are done. I mean, we're full. We've pre-sold all of them. We're going to start invoicing and billing it not until November 1st. So you guys have time to save up. And then anybody who doesn't pay, people who are on the waiting list get a chance at the boxes. So if you are like, oh, I know they're full, go ahead and put your name on the waiting list. It's not going to hurt anything, right? And then those will ship out December 1st.
Yep.
My sister's going to come here in November to assemble them. So we have some busy stuff coming up, exciting stuff, fun stuff.
Yep.
And it's fun for us to do. Like, it's so fun for us to do things that are just a little bit different, get us out of our routine.
Yeah.
Because like with the breast cancer awareness fabrics, one of them is super hard to rinse, so she doesn't love that. But
so order pink ribbon.
But we have a free gift that we give out when we send those out, because we appreciate you, and we obviously want to encourage the sales because of the money is going to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So it's just our little way of saying thank you to those who purchase in October for the breast cancer research. The breast cancer awareness fabrics. Tongue twister. So we're going to give you a little bit of a teaser, and I'm inserting this here because we're like, wait a second, we have our fabrics here. We can show you what pink ribbon and hope look like. So those of you who are curious about how differently Lugana and linen dye, they don't. Not when you have the unsized fabrics. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. With pink ribbon, they are exactly the same. So you want that same saturation of color? It doesn't matter. It's exactly the same. So this is our pink ribbon. And then same thing with our hope. And if anything, I almost think that it's almost more saturated on the Lugana. I'll let you hold up the linen again. She has the linen, I have the Lugana. So you can see the saturation is definitely there. The depth, the deepness, you can't tell the difference in person. I don't know what it looks like on camera because obviously I'm over here. But in person, the saturation is exactly the same. Most of our deep colors dye the same on linen and Lugana, and that's because we use the unsized Lugana. It is more of these things that are softer, that where's the, it doesn't even, it's not even that it's less saturation, it just dyes differently. Like it hits differently. So there's a little bit more browns in the linen, there's more blues in the Luganas. So they are dyeing opposites. So it's not even that there's a huge saturation difference. But I was just asked that this week, so I thought, you know what, while I have all these to show you, I should let you guys know the difference. So anyway, again, we are hopefully encouraging our purchases with our hope and pink ribbon. We'll keep those orders open October 1st all the way until October 31st. All right, so with that, I think we are going to say goodbye.
Happy stitching.